Hello, everybody. We are live for anybody watching on the playback, and we'll wait till we pop up over on YouTube. We're going to do some reading sprints today. Oh, we're on here. Okay, cool. That was fast. Man. Like it usually takes longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Jessica. Hi, Amanda. Hello, Book Terror. Hi, Katie. Hi, Sarah. So we got some people here. Yay. Just figured I'd do some like midday sprints. Heather, thanks for joining me for this.
No problem. Happy to.
Should
Might
be fun.
actually read.
It's it's what or whatever. Hi. Hey, Emmy. Maybe today is the day I become a grown-up. What?
She is working really hard at trying to turn off her internalized voice when reading, so she can read.
Oh, okay.
Hasn't happened yet. She
Good luck,
hasn't
Jessica.
leveled up.
You can do it. Love it. So what is everybody reading today? How's it going? How's the readathon for people who are joining in? Let me know. Hello, hello. Hey, Jess. How's it going? And I think we're going to go for 2 hours. And I think the second half, Michael from Fit to Be Red's going to join. Yes, no problem. I figured I could do like something daytime. Happy to help those of you out in Europe. Hi, Isabella. Reading Venti 3. Yay, I read that one for this. It had been sitting on my TBR for years, and I finally finished that trilogy. Hello. Hey, the wedding was great. I have a vlog that I'm doing for the readathon week, so some of that might be in there. Devouring novellas like there's no tomorrow. I love it. Yeah, same. Hey, I will just, you know what? That's awesome. Black Sun is amazing. I hope you're enjoying it. Black Tides of I read that one too. Finally. It was like another I'm just like happy so this is the thing. I've been like knocking things off my TBR that have just been sitting there for
I love that.
a long time. It's a good feeling. Hello. Yay. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad people are liking it. No worries. Reading Twisted Love. And Heather, I think you posted, you're reading like, actually, I've been curious about the book you posted. I know it's not like Tor.com, but.
Yeah, it's not.
That's okay.
This is a special cover, so the other one you might have seen would be blue. But I have not started yet. I'm about to start it, but
Okay.
I won this in a giveaway with a live show with the author, and so many of my romance booktuber friends have like loved this author and are obsessed with her. So if I don't love her work, I'm going to be very sad because I plan on loving it. This is the main characters in a wheelchair, and she has a podcast or a column or something. So she goes to this class for her work. And it is a Shibari class that is specifically for making it accessible to people with disabilities.
Maybe for people who don't know what Shibari is.
Shibari is a BDSM rope play thing. It's very artistic. It has, I think, Japanese origins, but definitely Asian. And if I'm wrong on the country, and it is like the very artistic, layered, crisscrossing ropes. That's what Shibari is. And the hero is the teacher of the class, and they have like instant chemistry, like are burning up the class while still keeping it professional. So
Wow.
I've heard it's very steamy, very good representation, very funny. So I'm hoping.
All right, you'll have to check in and let us know because I have really heard good things about her books, and I haven't read them. Gideon the Ninth, yes. Okay, love it. Yay! Oh, good. I'm glad you're liking Witchmark. I liked that one too. If you don't, Oh no!
No, don't tell me that.
Oh no!
The possibility is real. I'm gonna be very sad if I don't, though.
Oh man, let's hope it goes well. Hello! And then I woke up. Oh yeah, that's an interesting one. It's like a good horror novella. I read that one. Yeah. Yes, the fifth season. Oh, I love it. This is a fantastic lineup of books. Spin T,
Mhm.
Remote Control, Systems Red. Love. Yes. Yes, I love this. Going for the whole bingo board. That's exciting. I read Sisters of the Vast Black. I've been like knocking out the novellas. It's been very exciting. So I am currently reading two books for the readathon, so I might like read a little of both. I have an e-arc that I'm reading that's pretty interesting called January 15th by Rachel Swarsky, and it's coming out I think in June. Um, but it's basically this idea of like, what if we had universal basic income payments and then it like follows four different people with very different circumstances on the day that they receive their payment for the year. And
Mhm.
it's pretty interesting. So I'm liking that. And then I'm also reading Siren Queen by Nevo, which is fantastic so far. Like this is where I'm at so far. But this one is this one comes out next month, so in May. But it's set in an alternate history, like golden age of Hollywood, and the main character is a Chinese girl who's the daughter of immigrants who wants to be on screen. But this sort of literalizes a lot of the predatory practices of Hollywood studios at the time
Right.
with like monstrous magical things. So it's so far it's really good. It's interesting.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Awesome. Got no 2022 release. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah, there are some good ones that have come out in 2022. I mean, I have advanced copies of some stuff, but like Servant Mage is a 2022 release. Um, the latest Wayward Children book is a 2022 release. I don't know. I know there's more.
I'm literally Googling right now to try and see what books are actually from Tor.com.
I just figured you would be likely to be available to do reading sprints with me, which is why I
Right.
asked you.
Right. Exactly. I'm a body on the screen.
Which it's like it's better than doing this by myself.
Yeah.
Hello, hi Tracy. Okay, reading the Emerald Storm Diary. Okay, love it. So everybody's doing a lot of different things. And I'm glad so many people are enjoying the readathon. It's been fun. I like the bingo board style because I feel like it's more accessible. So if you want to read a ton, you can, and if you're a slow reader and you just want to read a few books, you can. I like
I like some of the readathons that I participated in, especially romance readathons. They will do where one book, like a very specific book that the host has already read, will cover
Mhm.
all the prompts. So
Yeah,
if you want to, you can read one and get blackout. That's always fun.
I like that. Jessica, go. That's awesome. I do want to read A Taste of Golden Iron. I think I might be reading it next month. It does look really good. Heather, you have you heard about this?
I don't know. I
Okay.
might if I see it.
You probably I have it over here. Hold on. I have my stack of irks. It's this one.
Yep.
It looks so good. Like bodyguard fantasy romance. It looks so good. Um, good question. So I would say I liked The Chosen and the Beautiful, but it is very different. I think it depends on why you didn't like The Chosen and the Beautiful. Because that's a very specific story because it's a retelling of The Great Gatsby.
Mhm.
Uh, so yeah, like this is a very different book but I think there are elements of her prose style that are similar, so it kind of depends. I don't know if that's helpful. They are fun. Oh, good. I've been curious about this one. I feel like John Scalzi does fun sci-fi. Uh, Here for the sprints, figuring out what you want to do. Awesome. Wow. Yeah, this is the month for readathons, apparently.
Yeah, some big ones.
Love it. I know. Yeah, I don't know why it got pushed back. At least it's only a couple months. I think it's coming out in August now. But yeah, I hear great things. All right. So, normally I'm better about remembering to actually pull up timers before we start.
I'm not.
Sometimes I am. But I like using Bree's timers on her.
Yes.
They're great.
She just added a bunch of new ones.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Ooh, I just
what's
see.
what's the P word pantone or something where it's like 25 on, 5 off? Do you know what I'm talking about? That
Uh,
one where like you do 25
mhm.
minutes of activity, then the 5-minute break. She added a bunch of timers with that and a bunch of ones with different like
Oh,
background noises and
interesting.
stuff,
Okay.
like the woods or the ocean.
Yeah, these look really nice. Oh, they have a 20-minute one with the snow.
Pomodoro. Yes, that. Thank you.
I did not know that word, so I'm glad someone did. That I wouldn't have known. Okay, I'm excited. That's awesome. Wow, 4 on the 16th. That's wild. I'm not sure what this is referring to, but well, we'll just have to see. I'm glad people are enjoying the readathon. It has been fun, so maybe we'll do it again. We'll see. Yeah. So I think we mentioned what we're reading. Heather, you're about to start,
Not My Type by Evie Mitchell.
right, which is not Tor.com, but still looks really good. And
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna work a little bit on January 15th, and then probably a little later pick up part of the Siren Queen.
Fun,
So
fun.
yeah. All right. Do we want to do 20 minutes to start?
Sure, whatever.
I'm like this snow timer looks lovely, so okay. Hold on. Let me I gotta get through the ads. Okay. Okay. Cool. Now I can put it up. I'm like trying to get through like the tomato system. What? Oh, that's so interesting. Working through the sprints. Hey, you know what? Whatever works. This can be productivity sprints. If you're not reading at the moment, that's totally fine. All right. Share screen. I love that Brie does these. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm. It's a good idea.
It is. And we all make use of it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somebody else likes the idea. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. There are a lot of titles. I mean, they do put out a lot of books. So, all right. Okay, so we're going to do 20 minutes and go ahead and read what you're reading, do what you're doing, and we will see you back here.
Hi, I'm Helena Christensen, and I am on set with Karen Millen in London.
With my new TD Double Up credit card, I really get double cash back.
You do?
TD Bank, unexpectedly human.
All right.
Done and done.
Yeah. What did you do?
How did I do?
Yeah,
Oh.
you. Anybody wants to comment also?
I'm 15% in like chapter 4,
Mhm.
and the main character is a doctor. She's a sexologist, and she does run a podcast. It's called All Access, which is also the name of the title of the series.
Oh, cool.
And it's about making sex and intimacy accessible. So, and she is currently meeting the hero to talk over coffee about Shibari. So I like it so far.
Good. No DNF so far.
Last time I didn't DNF either, and that turned out terrible. So we'll see.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I got through around 13% of January 15th, and yeah, it's really interesting because the four people it follows, one is a woman and her kids who are on the run from her stalker ex-wife,
Okay.
and trying to hide from her. One is a young Black journalist who's taking care of her sister and like doing interviews of people for the day. One is a group of like rich kids who just like waste their money because like the income payment goes to everyone, and so they like do dumb stuff with it every.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other one is a woman, a woman who's part of like a polygamist cult that's like abusive. So it's really interesting, like following these different perspectives of
And does
like,
she get to keep her money in this cult?
I don't know. We haven't we haven't found out yet. So far we're more learning about like her crappy situation.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't like reading about cults, actually.
I like reading about them, but it is disturbing.
It's
All right.
interesting that the stalker is female.
Yeah,
I
it's
get
yeah,
that.
it is interesting. One chapter, 15 pages. Nice. Chapter 12. Okay. Oh, weird. You only get the answers one side, not the questions or reply. Oh, that is really interesting. Okay. Love it. Glad you're enjoying. Binti. Oh no. That's hard. You could just take a nap during the next sprint. Like embrace it. 9 pages and 60% done. Today's not the day of your cry. That's okay, Jessica. You're great as you are. Yes, I agree. I actually liked the alarm better because the other one is always a little startling. So I like that she kind of like eased into it, other than the random ads in the middle.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah, that series is not happy.
No, it's not.
As Heather can attest.
There's
But it
no
is
happiness to be found.
no, but it is excellent.
It's really good.
Yeah. Uh,
Don't feel
okay.
bad. I'm on a sprint. I don't feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, Heather's reading something else too. It's totally fine. I'm glad you're liking it. That's cool. Got some things done. Love it. That's awesome. Huh. The Last Housewife. Interesting. I'll have to look that up. I don't know if I've heard of this.
I haven't, but
Yeah.
that's not surprising.
Ew.
Either has to be really popular for it not to be a romance and know about it, or somebody I watch regularly has become obsessed, and then I know it.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, you think I'll like it better? Interesting, because I did not like. So she's, I know, unpopular opinion. She wrote, "In my dreams, I hold a knife."
Mhm.
which you probably have seen around. I didn't like it, but a lot of people really loved it. I don't know. It makes me question whether I want to try something else from her, but maybe I'll give it a shot at some point. We'll see. Okay. Yay! Oh, awesome. Murderbot. Love Murderbot.
Mhm.
Oh, that sounds nice. Awesome. Yeah, at some point I want to read Night of the Mannequins. I did read his other Tor.com novella, though, which was great, Mapping the Interior. Stephen Graham Jones is awesome. Love it. I'm glad it's going so well for everybody. I don't have like plans of anything else specific to talk about other than just like what we're reading. So
I mean, it's fine to start another sprint. I don't care.
we could. I think, yeah, maybe in a few minutes. I think Michael might join us around 1, possibly. We'll see. Should be cool. Be interesting to see what he's reading. Let's see what else she has. Oh, cool. Yeah, I love it. I will say, like, his stuff is super, it's like literary horror, so there's a lot to unpack. It's a lot of like, yeah, like a lot of pieces to pull apart. Yeah, it's very interesting. Okay.
Aren't Bree and Kim doing a Stephen Graham Jones read along?
Oh, I don't know.
Or did I make that up?
I mean, if they are, I think that's great. His stuff is awesome. Okay, I can try it, Isabella. I I just like really didn't like her other book, but maybe I'll get on better with it. I'll take a look and see. What has been my highlight? Okay, good question. Definitely A Prayer for the Crown Shy by Becky Chambers. It's coming out in July, and oh my god, it's so good. It's even better than the first. Also, Heather, I think you would like this duology. Like, it's the sort of sci-fi I feel like you might actually like. Because it's like,
Romance?
there's like, kind of, there's like side romances and there's like friendship and stuff, but it's like a hug. It feels like it's like very
Okay.
cozy. It's very cozy, the novellas. But I absolutely loved Prayer for the Crown Shy. It's just like, it feels like, this is what I said in my review. It feels like a warm hug mixed with a therapy session.
Wow. That's pretty big. Big over there.
Yeah, no, I like it. Well, because the main protagonist in this one, their kind of arc is learning to accept that it's okay to rest and that their value doesn't come from what they produce for society.
Right. Very important thing to internalize.
Yes.
If you can.
Yeah. But then it's like undergirded by hard science. It's like soft and cozy, but then like undergirded by like this interesting hard science of like what would it look like if humanity learned how to coexist with the environment in a way that's sustainable. So anyway, it's great.
Fun.
Yeah. Okay. Marathoning dark romance readathon vlogs. Okay. All right. Enjoy. There's 2.
Well, I
okay.
looked. I know they did the Final Girls 3 weeks ago, and then I remember that they were supposed to have one like last week and had to postpone it. So I think they definitely are doing live shows for them.
Okay. That's cool.
YouTube just doesn't make it easy to search. Like you can't go to a person's channel and see the lives that they have scheduled.
You can, but only on desktop. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll do that because it annoys me so much.
So if you go to desktop and you go to videos, there's like a drop-down menu at the top, and you can go to upcoming lives.
Okay. But not by channel though. You can just, because you can see upcoming lives on.
Yeah, no, on their channel. So you go to Like if
Oh,
you went on my channel page on a
okay. So
desktop,
you go to the channel
go to the
first.
channel
Okay.
first and the videos tab, and then you
Okay.
can do the drop down. So yeah,
Okay. That is good to know
yes,
because it annoys me.
yeah, that's fair. I wish you could do it on mobile because you can't on it doesn't work on
Yeah.
the app, but
What really annoys me with trying to find upcoming lives because on mobile you can't look at the people's channel, and then some people will like schedule their lives for like the next 9 months. So I'm trying to go through my live, tab to find the one that's happening today, and I can't find anything
oh
because it
no.
drives me nuts.
Wow. Yeah, I usually don't do it more than a month ahead of time. That's like as far out as I'll usually go because
Yeah.
that's a lot. Wow. Um, yes, Jessica, I agree with you. And you're right. Like it's not even the horror elements that are yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting
I
one.
mean,
There's a
I'm
lot.
never reading Stephen Graham Jones, so
It doesn't seem like your thing.
I am well aware that I would be terrified very quickly. So
Oh man. Yes, A Prayer for the Crown Shy was beautiful. I love it so much. You haven't read Becky Chambers. Okay, yes, you should read Becky Chambers. Oh my gosh, it's just like beautiful, mostly like beautiful soft sci-fi, but like she has a background in science, so like the science piece of it is there and is well done, but it's not the focus of the book. Like the focus is the
right.
characters,
Mhm.
which I think makes it really approachable. But yeah, this little duology especially is just it's so good. It's about a tea monk who encounters the first sentient robot that's encountered humanity in hundreds of years, and the robot is there to find out what people need. It's just like it's great.
Sounds really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is also
Such an
true.
easy fix would make my life so much better.
Yep, that's true. Okay. Also, I need to like put my phone on do not disturb. Should have done that earlier. Okay. Okay. But yes, I agree. Yes. Read it. It's fantastic. I really liked the first book. It had a few pacing issues, but then the second one is just like everything. I love it. Jessica.
No, Jessica, you're wrong. You're
Listen,
wrong.
listen. Okay, so like I sort of vaguely tell people when things are coming, but I don't actually
Right.
put it up
Right. I have no
until
problem with you being like, I have an author interview the first Friday of every month.
yeah,
Great. Tell me
right,
that.
right.
But
But like you don't need to actually post it. Yeah,
I
it gets plus it
also,
gets lost.
and I get like it's easier to schedule 12 things at once than to remember to schedule 12 different things.
Hmm.
But I do genuinely get so annoyed with when my subscription feed is like 18 reading sprints that are happening the next month. I'm like, can you not?
Yeah, no, same because then it'll just be like several of all the same
Yeah,
thumbnail, and I'm like, okay, I don't even know what this is, but
right.
yeah.
That's another thing that irrationally annoys me is when everybody has the same thumbnail for like the thing. I'm like, did I already watch this one? Am I watching this one? Is this? I don't know. I need help. I need you to explain. You're making it confusing for me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I try to vary things. Like I have certain templates that I'll use for things. So like
Right,
if I'm doing a discussion, like I have a basic template that I'll change up
right,
like who it is and what the title is. So like
right.
it.
I just need visually to be able to tell it's a different one.
Right.
That's it. It can be very similar, but just like have a different shirt on or have a
Hmm.
different background color or something. Or my brain's like, this is not the old one.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, good question. So this month we are on Amanda's channel. I have not gotten links from her yet, but I do have it on my calendar. So we're doing So that the timing is different than usual because my kid's birthday party is happening this day. So April 30th, which is the Saturday, and we're going live at 9 Eastern, so 6 p.m. Pacific time. So we're doing like an evening instead of afternoon because of birthday party conflicts. So, yes.
Makes sense.
Mhm. Wonderful. Oh, those are both great picks. Great picks. We were just talking about A Psalm for the Wild Built, and love Prayer for the Crown Shy, which is coming out this summer. Yes, we are. We're going to be going until a little over an hour. We'll stop around 2 Eastern. So I think we might start another sprint soon, or we could wait. You know what? Let me see if because Michael might be joining us for the second half. So let me see if it's worth doing a short sprint or if we should just wait for him. Let's see.
Well, chat, I feel like this is a good moment for you to appreciate my sweatshirt that says, Visit Kimberly, they said. He won't be home, they said.
I love that. That's amazing.
I love it so much. It's not even funny.
That's amazing. All right, so we'll see if he sees that. He might also be busy because I know he had a client till. So, you know what? Probably, maybe I will just not. Never mind. I'm gonna. It's fine. We'll do a short sprint, and then if he comes, he comes. All right. Let's see what else we have from. I don't know. I don't trust the new the new timers anymore because we had that commercial in the middle. Do you want to just do like a 15-minute one?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Yes, it is. That is a really great sweatshirt. Where did you get it?
Etsy.
I love that. That's amazing.
This is my Valentine's Day present from my husband.
Oh, that's so cute.
Hey, babe.
Hey,
This is
Beth.
what I want. Here's the color and the size that I want. Thank you.
That is awesome. I love it. All right, let me get this set up. We'll do 15 minutes and then we'll do some more later. I know this is not the most exciting for people watching when I'm like waiting for ads on the, the timer. All right, here we go. 15 minutes. Okay. Hi, Michael.
I don't know if we can hear you.
I don't think so. Hey. Can you hear us? I don't think so. Well, everybody, how was the...
Can you hear us? Oh, I can hear you now. I had to put it on the computer. For some reason, it's not working on the camera.
Okay.
How are you? Hi, Heather. Nice
Hi.
to sort of meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, I can hear you now. I had to put it on the computer. For
Oh,
some
no,
reason, it's
now
not
we
working
can
on the
hear.
camera. How are you? Hi, Heather. Nice to sort of meet you. Nice to meet you. Oh, I can hear you now. I had to put it on the computer. For some reason, it's not working on the camera. How are you?
It's fine.
I may go out and come back in. I think
Okay.
it's not working.
That's fine. Oh, man. How was the sprint, everybody? Hello.
Oh, that's good. I'm 24% in, and they are doing their scene for the class. So we're now at the rope tying stage.
Okay. Nice. I think I made it like another 13% in to January 15th, and it's some intense things happening in some of the perspectives. Another 10 pages of the obelisk gates. Awesome. Cool. Hopefully Michael's able to make it back in. Yeah, everybody let us know. Another 15% of ring shout. Oh, that one's so good. How are you liking it, Beth? It's been great to see people picking that up and other things that are so good.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
You say hi? Need anything?
Visitor.
What? Do you need anything? No, let's see. Love you, Beth.
Oh, that rope glass.
It doesn't take much to get their motor running, apparently. Is all. It's very I've heard this described many times
Hmm.
as Jessica Kane, but more diverse.
Okay.
And I was like, there's no way. But but it's like very instant lust. So
Gotcha.
I can see it.
Okay. Interesting. Hey, 25% and only dozed off once. Awesome. Yeah, loving ring shout. I still need to read Night of the Mannequins at some point. Maybe if we do this again, I'll get a copy of it. That would be fun. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know if Michael's gonna make it back on. So we'll see. Oh, here we go. See if this works. Can you
Hello.
hear us?
I hear you fine. Do you hear me?
Wonderful. Yes.
All right.
I can hear you.
We did it.
Glad to make it in.
Yeah, glad it worked out. How's it going? How is the readathon for you? What are you reading?
It's going well, and it's interesting because I'm at the gym today. Usually I'll be at home in the library, and I always have a book that's at the gym. That way, like breakfast time, I can read a little bit. So the book that I keep here is Pure Nisi. The book I've been reading, I think Eclectic Katie Reeds was mentioning she's reading the same thing in the chat, is Gideon the Ninth.
Oh, cool.
But now I'm in Pure Nisi, and I'm at the part in Pure Nisi. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm about, I just got a page and a half in when I jumped into the sprint. I'm at 148, so it's like right where it starts to pick up, and it's completely the wrong book to have here at the gym. So I might switch gyms because I can't put it down now, and I don't have time to read it here. So I'm gonna swap them. I'm gonna bring this one home, and then I'll bring Gideon over to the gym.
Love it. How is Gideon going?
Gideon's going well. I, mentioned on the live stream, we did our tour.comathon live stream with Jess a few days ago, and I was talking about it a little bit. It was recommended to me as a blend of science fiction and fantasy because I want to try to do a little bit, read a little more fantasy because I watch so much fantasy YouTube, but I really just read science fiction and review science fiction. Yeah. So that was suggested to me, and I'm enjoying the story and I like the characters. It's a little bit more fantasy than I was looking for in the sense that the fantasy includes skeletons. And when I saw skeletons, I'm like, yeah, that's not necessarily for me. But I'm reading it with an open mind, and I like the writing. I like the characters. I think the character of Harrow is really interesting. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. So with that and Piranesi, I'm like all in on fantasy this month.
I love
all
it.
in on tour.comathon too. I don't know if this is a tour one, but I know Gideon is.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting too because the second book in Harrow the Ninth is way more sci-fi.
Okay.
So it's like a lot less fantasy and a lot more sci-fi.
I assume more Harrow too.
Yes. It's from her perspective. So it feels very different, and it's very I'd be really interested to hear your take on it if you get to, since you seem to be liking this, I'm hoping you'll read the second one because it's very interesting because the first almost 2/3 of it, you're intentionally really confused. It's very like disorienting. Right. And then around 2/3 of the way in, like some things click.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden everything makes sense. And it's kind of brilliant, but like it's an interesting experience getting there.
Yeah, that's sort of common in sci-fi that happens so much. You just have to, like, if you trust the writer, okay, they're going to get me there, then I'm fine. I'm fine with the story. I don't know what the mystery is that they're kind of working on, but like I'm enjoying the ride of it. And I'm just expecting, because I feel like I trust this author already because I can tell it's a good writer. And that's enough to give me that trust that, okay, she's going to let me know. They're going to let me know at some point what I'm actually reading.
Yes.
What are you guys reading, Heather and Bethany?
Bethany, you go first.
Okay. Heather's reading something else, something very different, but I'm reading a novella that's coming out this summer called January 15th by Rachel Swarsky. And it's basically this idea of, like, set in the future, what if there was a universal basic income payment that people got every year? And it follows 4 different perspectives on the day that they get their payment. And so it's interesting because one of them is a woman who's on the run with her kids from her ex-wife. There's one who, and like the money is what allowed them to escape. There's a young Black reporter who's taking care of her sister and interviewing people about their income payments. There's one that's like privileged, wealthy kids who just like waste it on dumb things because everybody gets it. And then there's one that's a woman who's in like an abusive polygamist cult.
Oh wow!
So it's an interesting. It's interesting. Yeah.
Sounds it.
Yeah.
Have you found out yet if the cult gets to keep her money?
We haven't. Like so far, like they, like the last, because it does like before, morning, midday, afternoon. It's like sequentially like moving through. So like in that perspective, they just got to the office where they'll get the money. So I assume it's I'm guessing not. Like probably not. But
all right.
yeah.
I am a romance reader, so I feel like if skeletons and fantasy was too much for you, this might be too much for you. But it is a BDSM Shibari all access book.
Great.
So she has a podcast and he teaches classes, and she had a listener write in and ask for Shibari, so she's doing episodes on that, and he's demonstrating for her.
Great. Well, I think the last time I read romance was like, it must at least 20 years ago, and I was before I came out even, and I had a friend who, like, the internet just became a thing, and I had met a friend online who was out and would send books to me at college, and a lot of them were just like really informative things about coming out and being happy and proud of who you are.
Right.
And one book was just like pure on, just like smut. It was called The Lord Mind, and it had that message you could just tell from the title, but it was just like full on like male
Yep.
smut, and it was a great book and it was a great read. So like I read and review science fiction, but I watch romance, cozy mystery, fan,
Yeah.
all of these YouTube channels because I like all of it, and that's how I get like my info in those areas. So like no
Right.
for me in terms of what genres people enjoy like, because I like them all. It's just that right now I'm so fine-tuned and
Right.
targeted science fiction.
Yeah,
Right.
that's great. I love it. All right, let's see. We have some comments. Okay, not for you. Ring shout is very different. So try ring shout, even if Jin and Cairo wasn't your cup of tea. Jessica, 18 pages. Yes, congrats. Love it. Wow. I am with you. I love the humor in Gideon too. Not everybody does. I've noticed this. Like, it seems like people either love or hate Gideon, and like the humor works for them or doesn't. And yeah.
I like it. I think it's fresh too, and I kind of get it. Like it takes me out just first. At first, it took me out. And I'm like, what is this like millennial speak in this sort of a setting? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, which I didn't like. But then right away, I got back in. I thought, oh, now this is something that's unique and clever about this. Not that kind of dialogue, because I think that happens in a lot of books. But in that setting, not shying away from that, I think is actually really cool, and it makes me like Gideon more because she's kind of just like a badass.
Yeah. I like her too. I love Gideon, but it is one of those polarizing books where it's like some people are like, no, I don't like her. I don't like the story, and yeah,
That.
it's interesting. That's cool. Awesome. How has the Readathon in general been going? Have you been able to like get to any other stuff, or kind of just working on the books you're reading?
Yeah, I was excited for it too because I had read Remote Control before, and I think I've read pretty much. I've read everything that Okorafor has written. She's one of my favorite authors, except for Nora. I haven't gotten to Nora yet, so I was excited to read Remote Control. I got through that again, and there's a passage I just love from it that I think so exemplifies what's so great about Okorafor as a writer. And I read it on the live stream last time. I think I'm going to read that passage again when we do our big live stream. Just
Okay.
that it's not a spoiler passage or anything. It's just it's a description of a bullet coming out of a gun, and it's just so beautiful the way that she writes. I've recently just finished Who Fears Death by her as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm reading Gideon right now.
Yeah.
And as far as other things that I just read that I was inspired to read because of the Tor.com-a-thon, although it's not a Tor title, another one of my favorite authors is Samuel R. Delany, who wrote Dahlgren. But I just finished a read of Nova, which is a Delany novel, and that checks off quite a few of the boxes, I think, on the bingo board too. So like I'm feeling like
That's great.
I'm getting my bingo board, I'm getting my fantasy reads going on. So it's a really good reading month for me.
That's great. Yeah, it seems like people seem to have been liking it, which is good.
Have you crossed off your whole board yet?
I don't know. Well, I haven't looked at it. If I use the same book for multiple prompts, I could probably come close. I don't think I'm quite there.
Yeah.
But if I just use one book per prompt, I have gotten a bingo.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've been kind of flying through the novellas, which has been fun. Nice. TNF to American Hippo, bummer. People, it is hit and miss. I loved American Hippo, but not everybody likes it. So that's fine. I was saying earlier, Michael, I don't know if you read the first one, but definitely the highlight for me so far has been Prayer for the Crown Shy by Becky Chambers, which is the sequel to A Psalm for the Wild Belt, which came out last year. And it's like a sci-fi novella duology. And they're great.
I'm definitely a Becky Chambers fan, so I'll pick that up at some point. I'll get to it in the next few months, but definitely get to her stuff most of her stuff because I really like her writing.
Yeah, they're definitely good to pick up if you need just like something cozy and like a hug, kind of, like they're undergirded. I think she's interesting because they're like undergirded by this hard science of, what would it look like for humanity to actually live sustainably in the environment is like the world, but then the actual story is just this very cozy, beautiful kind of thing about people, and it's great.
Yeah. That's funny that you say it that way, because when I think of going back to Okorafor, I feel like her books for me are sort of like a hug, but like really hard, like a hug, like it feels warm, but then it's also like, look, I'm talking to you.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I love that people are reading so many different things. Reading The Dawn of Everything nonfiction. Okay. Awesome. I'm so glad people are having a great time. I think Tor.com has so many really good books and novellas. There will be more, Sophie. There will be more Murderbot coming. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Yes. Murderbot. Yes, you should, Heather. They're great.
I'll probably say. There's some short too.
They are.
Well, most of them. I know there's like one.
There's one that's a novel. I really love the latest one because it's like a murder mystery, which is really fun. Yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe we do one more like 30-minute sprint and then kind of regroup for a few minutes before we end. That sound good?
Sure.
Sounds great. I might even try to go up to the roof. I'm trying to remember if I have a view of the Washington Monument from the roof. So I'm gonna go.
Wow. Oh, that's cool.
So I'm gonna if we can, we'll have a nice background there too.
Yeah, that sounds great. Awesome novellas and short stories. I'm glad everybody's doing this. Yeah. All right, so let me find her Breeze 30-minute timer and get that set up. And we will finish up with that. And hopefully people can get a lot of reading done.
Jessica should get like 31 pages done.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe even more. Who knows? She was on a roll last time. All right. See you all in 30 minutes. All right. How did everybody do?
I'm 44% in,
Nice.
and he doesn't date, so they are not dating. So I don't know how I feel about it so far. Some of it I like, and some of it I'm like, no.
Okay. Michael, I think you're still muted.
Terrible. I made about 10 more pages, so I'm happy with it. It's really getting good. It's hard to. I'm like, okay, I want to go right back to it, but I won't get to do that till tonight. So.
Awesome. Yeah, I got through like 25 I mean it's a novella, but like 25% time at like 83% of what I'm working on. I've got like about 20 minutes left in it, so I'll probably finish it after this. But yeah, it's good. I'm liking it. About a third of the way through. Awesome. 2 chapters, 26 pages. Great. Yeah. Yeah, let us know, anybody who wants to share what they're reading, how it's going. You're welcome to. We'll wrap things up here in a couple minutes. It's got a great view up there.
Yeah, so if you can see, there's like a little crane in the background. Right underneath it, there is the Washington Monument. You can just see kind of the top of it. So
Yeah,
I'm on Circle right now in Northwest
that's
DC.
neat. Very nice.
I have this roof deck up here. It's the building that I have my gym in, and
Uh-huh.
I never ever come up here. And I'm like sitting up here. I'm like, why do I never come up here?
Yeah, it looks great. That's awesome. Third of the way through a Murderbot book. Yes. I love Murderbot. Have you read any Murderbot, Michael?
Yeah, I have just the last one to go, but yeah, I love that, and great series of novellas, and it's one of those things, sort of like I feel like with Remote Control, which we're all reading, it's that a lot of times when I read novellas, I take them for what they are. It's a novella, so you don't expect it to have everything that a novel has in it. But I feel like with Remote Control, and I feel like with the Murderbot, like I feel completely satiated when I'm done with that book. Like I'd love it to be longer because I like the book, but I completely satiated. Like the story is completely wrapped up. It's complete. I mean, obviously there's more to come in the next books, but the writing is just, Martha Wells' writing is so strong, and she is so succinct in closing everything up by the time you get to the end, that you don't feel like you missed out just because it was a shorter book.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's definitely an art being able to write a good novella. Yeah, 20 pages, 69% done. Awesome. That's great. A little bit of Goliath. Yes, yes. Goliath is amazing, but it is heavy and sad and angering. Yes.
I want to work that one in this year. I heard you talking about it before, and Angela's talked about it on her channel, and I'm all psyched up for that one.
It's really good. It is one that you have to take your time with, but it's because it's interesting because it's non-linear.
Okay.
So like it's divided into seasons, so it'll have scenes from that season in different years with different character perspectives in that section of the book, if that makes sense. So like you kind of have to figure out like what goes where.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. 44% through Servant Mage. Yeah, I really liked it. But I just think her world building is really good, and I enjoy Kate Elliott's writing. But yeah, we're halfway through Ring Shout. Awesome. Oh, Akeda Witch is great. Yeah.
I feel like I've heard very polarizing opinions about that.
I've heard mixed things about the sequel to it, but yeah, I really loved Akeda Witch. It's so imaginative and yeah. It is I think the weird thing about it is that it kind of straddles the like middle grade YA line. So I don't know what people always go in expecting, but it reads like upper middle grade.
Yeah,
So
it gets
I don't know.
loading stone.
Yeah, because I think the main character is like 12 for most of the book. So like 12 or 13. So it's not, I don't know. That's okay, Jessica. Interesting.
Yeah, I've decided since your how to read faster video, Bethany, I'm trying to think which book I want to choose to try to read and listen to the audiobook at the same time. I want to try that out. So.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah,
You
do
can
it.
do a reread. I feel like that's the easiest way to try and speed up if you already have consumed the material.
That's true. Or something that just has like a really good audiobook that like there's some
I was in the car the other day with the kids driving them to school for drop off, and I put on a book I had read before, Ray Bradbury's Illustrated Man. And listening though, like this is how scattered, because I'm thinking about did they pack their lunches, this and that. And it's a book I read before, and it's Ray Bradbury, which isn't very difficult reading. It's very poetic and soothing. But I got the kids to school, and I'm like, for 20 minutes, I have no idea what I just listened to. I couldn't process any of it. So like my brain just doesn't work that way. So I think maybe reading along might be the way to go to teach that.
Yeah, no, I would give it a try because then you're just sort of, and it doesn't work for everyone, but like then you're kind of getting in both inputs at the same time. I find it helpful for oh gosh, I like doing construction above me. That's great. But I do find it helpful sometimes, especially if I'm feeling distracted or having trouble paying attention to a book, is that having the audio and the physical at the same time, I'll be able to just like keep going with it. So
it makes sense. So I'm gonna try it out, see how it works for me.
cool. Yeah. I'm trying to think like there's well, I don't know what kind of things are on your radar, but like um the First Law books are excellent on audio by Joe Abercrombie. I know that's more fantasy, but the narrator is amazing.
All right, I could try that out too. Yeah, there's a couple of books too that I'm thinking of rereads that like I like the idea of I already have in my head what the character sounds like and looks like. It might be curious to see, and I talked about this the other day, Children of Time I could reread again. And I would really be curious to see what some of those characters sound like from an audio narrator on an audiobook perspective. I think to me that's one of the more intriguing the learning aspect that you mentioned, yes, but then as far as intriguing for me, I think would be interesting to see what those voices sound like coming from someone else's mouth.
Yeah, no, I think it can be really interesting because I like sometimes that works for me, and sometimes if it's a book that I've read before and it's totally different from what it was in my head, I'm like I can't. But yeah, some of them I think are really really good. I'm trying to think what else did I just listen to? Um, Empire of Silence I listened to on audio, and that's done pretty well. But those are like I tend to do the like blended thing sometimes for like big chunky books, but you could do
lend itself well to just
what?
I think science fiction too. Sometimes that doesn't lend itself really well to something where you really aren't maybe need more focus.
Yeah, makes sense. I do like, yeah, I like audiobook and walking, or like audiobook and doing chores that I don't have to really think about. Um, I don't know. But, but I think everybody's brains also just process things differently because I know it doesn't work for everybody. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, it does take time, but your brain does slowly kind of to it. Audiobooks and puzzles. Interesting. Huh. That's cool. Audiobooks and knitting. Nora likes to listen while clean. Yeah, I'll do it while cleaning or walking, or I mean, I listen to audiobooks all the time. Yay, Song for the Wild Belt.
Maybe I'll try it when I'm in the gardening. It'd be nice, get a little speaker out there.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. That sounds like a good plan. Yeah, I think The City We Became is interesting because it's like a full production with like sound effects.
Oh, that could be fun. I really like that.
Yeah,
It's a great book.
yeah, it is. That one's interesting. Interesting. I love how everybody does the audiobooks. Taking notes. Oh, interesting. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining me. It's nice getting some reading done, and we'll be back. Michael and all the other co-hosts will be back Friday night on my channel for the final live show, but I think we have other reading sprints coming up. Let me see. If anybody needs the schedule, I think I posted it on the community tab, but also it's on my Instagram. We have one more. Okay, so tomorrow night from 6 to 9 PST, 9 to midnight EST, Books with Brandy Shanae is hosting reading sprints. So if anybody needs those, that's still to come. And then Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, we'll be here to talk about remote control and kind of wrap up how the readathon went. And don't forget, for anyone listening, if you want to join or enter the giveaway, because Tor.com is providing books for giveaways, let me know if it's US or international, but you just need to post a TBR or a wrap up. You have until the end of the month, and you can do it video, picture, social media, kind of whatever, as long as you tag me so that I can put you into the giveaway. That would be great. Awesome. Oh yeah, Heather, you don't do them. That's right. It's so interesting to me because like people's like things just do work really differently for people, depending.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you guys, and hope everybody has a great rest of your afternoon, and happy reading for the rest of the readathon.
Thanks, Bethany. Thanks,
Yeah.
Heather.